great room. We omitted that wall that was in between the dining, and then we added the great room fireplace, which we have the backing for that mantle. In the kitchen, you have your kitchen island, and then you have your refrigerator over here. So this is where your refrigerators sit. You have cabinet, and then this is where your cooktop range will sit. I mean, your sink will sit. Then you come over more, then you have your cooktop range. So all these marks down here are showing that the cabinets have been laid out and measured, so they've been already ordered. So that should help expedite the process for the back end as well.
All right, perfect.
And then above you have two pendant lights. Right there, those are those two black boxes with two cans, and those are going to be controlled off the island. Okay. Into the laundry, you're going to have your dryer on the right, washer on the left. The biggest thing I always recommend with washers is if they are bringing new appliances or older appliances, please get new hoses, because those hoses take the shape of the old fittings, and then when you take those old hoses and try to put it on, that's probably one of the number one things that causes leaks almost instantaneously for homeowners.
Good to know.
And they have that little niche here with that outlet they added up high. Okay. And into the master bedroom. This is where that box bay comes into play. It gives you a lot more space in here. You have your two windows right there that are both active. And they also have their ceiling fan in here as well. Okay. Into the master bathroom. They have the tub and shower, and then they have the vanities. And then you have the master toilet, and then the master closet. This right here is the mixing valve. So you can temper your water for here instead of going down to the water heater and trying to adjust it off the water heater, running back up, seeing if it's warm or change at all. We now allow it to change right here next to the source that uses the most hot water, which is that tub. So now you don't have to keep running up and down stairs. You can temper the water here. We already have it tempered for a pretty fair amount of usage, so that way it's not just instant hot and you're draining the water out of the water heater. It's that way it's already mixing that water, so you have more of a controlled measure of the temperature.
Okay.
Because if you can temper the water before it goes to the source, that way you don't just drain your water here completely and then you're mixing it up here by yourself.
Yeah.
So it saves a little bit more on conservation, and that way you have less chance of scald.
Okay.
Okay? Ready for the basement?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. Coming down into the basement, you have your wet bar.
I noticed this in the other property as well.
Yep.
That wall doesn't float. Why is that?
Because it's actually affixed to the foundation, and because we don't have enough clearances per this plan, we always want to have it support up.
Okay.
We only have the floating walls on the main walls that aren't going to be load bearing. Besides that, all the load bearing wall, like on your steel posts like this, or if we had more of a point load on a different elevation, then I have to actually continue that all the way down to a footer pad.
Okay.
So right now there's only one real post that I need to worry about continuing the load, and that's this guy right here. Those other ones, that's just catching that rim joist and that other just BCI joist and just allowing it to transfer down.
Understood. So it's We're just assuming that the slab isn't gonna move anywhere through that
Well, that's
wall.
why I have this backside spaced up, and then on that side, it's gonna have to get recut and spaced up as well.
Okay.
Because I want at least inch to an inch and a half of play. Good question. Good catch too.
Well, I was curious about it just because I saw it on the last one you guys did. I figured it must have been deliberate, but I just
Yes.
didn't understand the reason.
And then you have your basement bedroom down here with your closet. Sewer clean out. And the mechanical room. So as under the new code, this whole ceiling, well not the whole ceiling, but most of the ceiling will be drywall. So basically on the other side of this stud over, the ceiling is going to be drywalled. Fair amount of storage in here, the water heater, furnace, and then they basically have this whole space for storage. Then you have your water meter assembly right here. So if they ever have a leak or anything like that and they can't control the water at the source, they can come in here and turn these valves, and either one of those two will turn it off.
Okay, good to know. And high efficiency water heater.
High efficiency furnace, high efficiency water heater. Everything is power vented to the outside of the home, so we have no naturally aspirated CO2 anymore. No just standard B vents or anything like that. Biggest thing is this switch right here. This controls the power to the furnace. So if you come down here looking for a light switch, it's on the opposite side of the door swing. It is not this, because if you come down here, hit this thing and it's a light, nothing happens, you leave your furnace off. It's one of the number one culprits.
Good to know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then that's the air conditioning.
Yep, AC line set. You saw the boot on the outside, and that all coordinates. And when they get the AC set, all they need to do is get the coil and condenser. Pretty straightforward.
Excellent.
Okay. Lower level hall bath. Just got to do a little bit of concrete patchwork because they chipped it up because they had the flange in the wrong spot. For code, I have to have 15 inches from here to the front of that flange, and then 15 inches from the edge of that cabinet to the center of that flange as well.
Okay.
So they're just gonna patch that little boy, and it should be happening either today or tomorrow.
Does that one get patched
Yes.
too?
Yeah. But this one's big compared to that.
Is it tough to get under the?
Yeah. So
Tray there?
So the plumbers actually are gonna come back and do it. I'm holding them accountable since they
Okay.
did it. So they're just gonna remove that tray. They just passed their inspection yesterday, so that's all they have to do.
There's no purpose to that, right?
No, that was just so they can get their wrench in there and tighten that gas line. They're running a day behind, but a day behind means it's backed out on top of you.
Yeah, you guys have some pretty tight timelines in your business.
Yes, yes, most definitely. So that being said, as soon as this house is insulated and starts hanging drywall, I'm going to create the back end schedule, and that will have a firm closing date.
Okay.
So hopefully that will be coming your way either end of this week or probably beginning of next week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah. Unless you have any questions that have been created in the last few minutes.
No. I'll get a shot at this right here.
Ah, that fancy beam seat bracket. It's part of that ledgered foundation, which I think they went over in the pre-con, I hope.
Yeah, we did with the retaining wall.
Okay.
And then that will be, there's no reason to access that. It'll be
No.
completely enclosed,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And then even if you try to access it, you can't get those bolts out because it was epoxied into that foundation.
Cool. Okay, good.
It's not going anywhere.
All right. Anything else that you think we should be aware of?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, usually I get asked like lots of questions. You already asked the most important one. When do you think we're closing? That's probably the number one I get asked, or just how construction works, and I kind of go over that. And if they have any questions, as of right now, I haven't seen anything that causes concerns in this house. I've been through it lots of times. You'll see my marks all over the walls for bowed studs and stuff like that. So I've been through and done my frame punch. So I check every wall, every stud, every corner,
All right.
make sure they're square and plumb.
Well, I thank you